All right. So here's a little video with a bunch of things that'll be great for your back. And I'm excited for you to try them. So right here, we're just rolling out. You want to roll out each muscle group on each leg for about 2 to 3 minutes at least. Any knots that you feel, just hold them, and it is going to be painful. You should spend like at least 20 minutes just rolling. Now you can use a softball. I have this like special glute roller ball, but you can use a softball here, or even sometimes like the end of a dumbbell. This one's really painful, but get up there in the hip area, piriformis, gluteus medius, the top of the glute and hip area. And then we're going to also roll out the psoas, which is like right above, it's kind of like by your belly button. It's like right above your hip bone. Stretching out that muscle, that muscle can cause a lot of back pain if it is tight. All right, so next into stretches. Make sure to reach both of your shoulders forward, trying to keep them even and not just reaching one side. Here, make sure we roll the pelvis forward and not just jerk the chest forward. Here is a variation of planks that you can do. So if you're holding a plank, I want you to hold it in this V position, making sure keeping the pelvis tucked. Then you can slowly go into flat back and then right back up using the abs to go back up into that pike position. Here's just a really good hip stretch. You want to try to hold each stretch for over 60 seconds. Anything under 60 seconds is not going to be effective, except for when you're stretching like before working out. If you're stretching before working out, before you're going to do anything hard, don't stretch for more than 60 seconds. But if you're doing like a stretch or, back rehab session and you're aiming for flexibility, you need to make sure to hold it for more than 60 seconds. So here's a quad stretch. You can slow these down. You want to hold each of these stretches right here for 60 seconds. So here is a band exercise that is really good for glute activation. So as you can see, you want to make sure we tilt the pelvis first, then lift, pushing through from the heels. Push those knees out, then back down. We want to do this in increments. This is pretty self-explanatory. You can also do this without a band, and it'll be pretty painful. So with or without the band, 3 sets of 20, keeping those heels together. Now this is another exercise that is really, really good for strengthening your transverse abdominals, which are like your deep core muscles, which contribute to the back pain. So you want to make sure here that your lower back and your belly button is like you're forcing it into the ground. You cannot do this with any arch in your back at all. You're going to hold each position for about 30 seconds, keeping your back still, keeping your back on the floor. Okay, you want to keep those legs out, put tension on the bands, 30 seconds. I would go through this for 3 minutes straight. So you're going 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30. Now this is probably the most important stretch that you could possibly do for your back. It's tough. Now this right here is probably enough. A lot of people can't even push themselves up to this position. This is like the advanced level. Once you've done this like maybe 3 times a week, you want to hold this for 2 minutes for sure. Whichever variation works for you. And there you go.